Welcome in, New England Patriots today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. On today's show, we are continuing our draft coverage with the NFL Draft just a few weeks away. We are going to focus in on offensive draft targets. Who could the Patriots be looking at if they go offense in the first round? I have a few names that we have talked about on this channel that the experts have looked at that could be of interest for the New England Patriots. We'll go through them one by one here, and I want to focus on three positions in particular. The offensive tackle spots, I want to look at wide receiver, and then there's a certain running back that I want to talk about at the end of the show as well. You'll get the idea. Let's go ahead and start at the offensive tackle spot. Paris Johnson Jr. comes to mind, and Paris Johnson Jr., where the Patriots pick at 14, he might not be around, but if he is, it's going to be hard to pass up on. In fact, I wouldn't completely rule out even the possibility of even trading up potentially if you like Paris Johnson that much. I know the Patriots, historically speaking, aren't a trade-up type team, but if he is still around with a couple picks before New England gets there, this could be the type of player you potentially trade up for because of what he brings to the table. PFF last year gave him a run grade of 80.9. which is just so solid. Allowed 2 sacks, no hits allowed on the quarterback, and 12 hurries. And then you look at his overall grade, 83, a very good number from Paris Johnson on that front. Pass block grade, as much as we talked about the run blocking, pass block grade was really good as well at 77.8 with 800-plus snaps for Paris Johnson this past season. Got some more players to get to here in just a second. Before we do, you need to subscribe to the channel, folks. We just reached over 1,000 subscribers, a huge milestone for us here on New England Patriots today. But we want to keep growing and keep bringing you more content on your favorite team. But in order to do that, we need you guys to subscribe to the channel as we're talking draft, trades, free agency, and more. I want to see how many subscribers we can get off today's video. Can we get 20? Can we get 30? Can we get 40 or 50? I don't know. Let's put the challenge out there. And if you subscribe for the very first time today, I want you to type me in the comments section. We'll shout you out in a future video. Let us know if you subscribed, and we certainly appreciate it. And that helps us grow and be able to bring you more Patriots coverage when you guys subscribe. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And tell me in the comments section if you are a subscriber. Type me and let us know. YouTube.com/Patriots Today. So let's go to another offensive tackle. That's where we find Broderick Jones out of the University of Georgia. Now, with Broderick Jones, it might be similar to Paris Johnson in a situation where who's to say whether or not he is still around by the time the Patriots pick. But if he still is, this would be a very worthy candidate for New England here. Did not allow a single sack. Not one in 15 games played last season. Did allow 2 hits and 7 hurries, but his grades, they check the boxes. Overall, 78.0, a pass block grade of 84.1, a run block grade of 71.7. So you got a guy that, although he's better at pass blocking, his run block grade is respectable as well. A do-everything type tackle. Broderick Jones, I think, would be very fine to have along for this New England Patriots team. Moving to the wide receiver position, couple names. Let's go to another player from the Ohio State. That would be Jaxon Smith-Njigba, who personally is my favorite wide receiver in this entire NFL draft. And when you talk about Jaxon Smith-Njigba, I know that a lot of people, the first thing they bring up is that he missed most of this past season. But a hamstring injury, I don't see that being something that should hinder him in his NFL career going forward. The numbers, the last time we saw him play a full healthy season, were spectacular in 2021 with over 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns, nearly 17 yards of reception. And he led that team in receiving, which included 2 other first-round receivers with Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson. He was the best of all of them. And if you need to see the impact of what he can do in one game, go back to the Rose Bowl in 2021 against Utah. And this was just a historic showing there at the Rose Bowl with 3 touchdowns, 15 receptions, 346 yards. I mean, some guys, that would be their statistics for an entire season. and he did that in one game. It was unbelievable what Jaxon Smith-Njigba did. That was just a glimpse of the potential that he could bring to the table to any team in the National Football League, and I think would be a great fit for the Patriots. Another receiver, and a lot of our Patriots viewers are very familiar with this guy. That'd be Zay Flowers from Boston College. Could he stay in Boston and join the Patriots, or make the trip down to Foxborough, that is, anyway? Zay Flowers, I got to tell you, I really like Zay Flowers, and his stock has ascended quite a bit within the last couple of weeks. And this is a good slot receiver in Zay Flowers, of who we're talking about. I mean, think about in the past what we've seen of this Bill Belichick offense and some of the top receivers. Almost all of those guys have been ones that have been effective in the short passing game and to be able to just find ways to get open. We think of the Wes Welkers, the Danny Amendola types, the list goes on and on. Zay Flowers can be that type of guy for this New England team. You look at the statistics this past season. He set a lot of records at Boston College. 12 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards receiving, 78 catches. Zay Flowers is that dude. I like Smith-Njigba more, but no knock on Flowers. I think Flowers can be great too. But for me, why I like Smith-Njigba more is he's a better deep threat than I think Zay Flowers is. But both of them would be pretty good options. One more player for you, and that is, you guessed it, Bijan Robinson, the running back out of the University of Texas. In the Pro Football Focus mock draft that we showed you just yesterday here on the channel, he was projected to go to the Patriots at 20, with them trading down with the Seattle Seahawks to pick Bijan Robinson there. And with Bijan, like we told you about yesterday, I mean, this is a generational talent, and this type of running back doesn't grow on trees every day. I know that, there's going to be skeptics out there about drafting a running back in the first round, but this is the exception to the rule. Nearly 1,600 yards rushing this past season. He's also a very good receiver as well, with over 314 receiving yards, 20 total touchdowns. Just insane what he did this past season. You go back to 2021, he was pretty good then too, with over 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns. So, if the Patriots go offense, who should they draft? Who would you like to see the Patriots draft on offense? Let me know in the comments section who you'd like to see the New England Patriots select to try to give Mac Jones and Bill Belichick and company another weapon on that offense. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as we're talking about the New England Patriots each and every day. We're getting you ready for the draft. This is the place to be. I want all the Patriots fans to subscribe right now if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time here on Patriots Today.